We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. You will find this in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8 to 9. This quote is an assurance that you will go through tough and challenging times. People of the world will try to break you, but with God on your side, you will not break, and the challenges you encounter should never stop you from fulfilling and living a happy life. No matter what you're dealing with, always remember that the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34, verse 18. So, whatever you're dealing with, today I will say, cry, breathe, pray, eat, dance, and reinvent. It's time to let go and let God. My name is Bosse Ojubo. Welcome to Amazing Grace with Bosse. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and make sure to turn on the notification bell, okay? So you don't miss any of my programs. And don't forget to share with someone who needs to hear this. On this program, we talk about life generally and all that it entails, and hope that you can learn a thing or two to help you live a better, more wholesome, and of course, more fulfilling life. I am sure there are things that have happened in your life that made you cry. And there are times when you hear a story, watch a movie, or you read a book that makes you shed a tear or two. I came across a story that touched me, and I felt that there are some lessons to draw from it. Now, this is the story. A woman who lives in Canada with her family was telling the story of her 16 years relationship with her husband. This is how the story goes. The husband takes his wife and his 4 children on a weekend trip. You know, you can imagine how she felt. I mean, she was excited. The children were happy that they were going on a trip. Well, 2 days later, he said to her, in his words, as reported by the woman, and I quote, "I don't want this anymore. I am done with us because we are not clicking. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I was never in love with you. I stayed because of the kids." Wow. The woman said she was devastated, as she should. I mean, after 16 years of your life invested in a relationship and somebody treats you like that, you should be really hurt and broken, as a matter of fact. But you know what she said? She said, okay. I mean, let's be real here. You can't force anybody to love you or stay with you. Love is a choice. Her husband looked her in the eyes, korokoro, and said, "I'm serious. We are done." And he went out. The woman said she cried and cried for days, locked herself away from everybody. I'm sure every human being, male or female, that have ever experienced betrayal or abandonment by a wife, a husband, or a loved one can understand and relate to the pain in this woman's heart. The story didn't end there. A few weeks later, he woke her up before going to work and said, and I quote, "I am not coming back here. I am moving out today. Okay?" Then he kissed her on the forehead and asked her if she's good. And she replied, "Yes." Can you imagine? How narcissistic can one be? You're abandoning your wife and 4 children for a side chick, and you're asking her if she's okay. Is she supposed to be okay when her life has just been turned upside down? Now, let me tell you this. I admire this woman. There was no need at that point asking a man who has just told you he does not love you and that he's moving out, why? What did I do wrong? Her okay was the perfect answer. Even if she was going to cry and ask God, why me? She should not cry in his presence. You don't need any pity party, especially from him. You should never, and I mean never, beg any human being to love you. Never. You are enough. Love is a choice. People prioritize those they love. When people think you cannot live or survive without them, show them that you can. This woman became a single mother with 4 children, not by choice. So she had to step up and work on herself for her sake and for the sake of her children. The story continues. 1 month and 4 days after he left the house to be with his side chick, the husband made headline news on television. He was found dead in an apartment he shared with his side chick. She became a widow at 34. She was left to bury him. According to her, it was not easy, but she had to pull herself together. In her words, and I'm going to quote, "Although he did me dirty, I was not sending him down like that, because my reward comes from God, not man." What a tragic end. I wish he didn't die. He was too young to die. I wish he was alive to see her survive and flourish with her 4 children. Today, the lady is putting her life back together. She does not look like what she has gone through. And the truth is that most women don't look like what they have gone through or what they are going through. Women are stronger than you think. Today, the woman is living her life to the fullest. And somehow, with God on her side, she has found peace and happiness again. How mean and wicked can some humans be? Stories like this of men abandoning their wives and following side chick is everywhere, all over the world. As a woman, if you have played your parts faithfully, you have prayed and fasted and still no change, oh girl, find your peace. Find the best way to deal with your situation. Now, you must understand that no 2 situations are the same, and your reaction can never be the same with somebody else. So find what works for you and run with it. But do not copy and paste. Wahala no dey finish. Don't allow your troubles consume you. You will not be the first woman to be abandoned, and you will not be the last. There's nothing, absolutely nothing new under the surface of the earth. So, pull yourself together and be kind to yourself. You owe yourself that much. You have no power over what people do to you, but you certainly have power over what you do to yourself and how you handle your situation. So, will you continue to wallow in self-pity and further hurt yourself by yourself? Or will you pick yourself up and walk like the queen that you are? So, what is the takeaway from this story? 1, you must come to terms with your new reality. Yes, it's hard, it's difficult, but it's what it is. Accept it. 2, you must work on yourself, for yourself. Rewire and reset your brain. Borrow yourself brain, as we say in Nigeria. 3, reinvent yourself. Don't remain where they left you. You must grow by fire or by force. 4, you must try to forgive the person, not for the person's sake, because sometimes the people who hurt you don't deserve your forgiveness at all. But you must forgive for your own sanity, peace of mind, and for your salvation. No doubt, one of the hardest thing in the world is to forgive someone who has hurt you deeply. It's easier said than done. It's something you will have to continuously work on, because the feeling of anger and disgust will overwhelm you sometimes. 5, nothing you have been through is wasted in God's eyes. There's a purpose for everything. Even though sometimes, personally, I will tell you this, I find it difficult to understand the purpose of certain bad things that happen. 6, make sure not to waste your pain. Use it to help others do better. There's someone out there going through what you are going through right now. What you went through in the past, what you're going through now. Use your experience to help them overcome. 7, receives God's love. Seek only His validation always. The lady in this story said she has healed. She was broken but not destroyed. So, what is your story? What burden are you carrying right now that wants to crush you and consume you? Don't allow it. Relax, my dear. It gets better by the day. Trust me, nobody mourns forever. You too will heal like the lady in the story. So, if your heart is broken and heavy and you need to cry, please cry. It's good to cry sometimes. And when you're finished crying, breathe, pray, eat good food, dance, and reinvent. And that's our show for today. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way again, breathe. My name is Bosse. Bye-bye.